Jesus is not qualified to be God. What is the qualification to be God? You know, the funny is that the Muslims, they do not know even what their God said about the qualification to be God. But I don't blame them. They are Abdul. Have you ever seen Abdul? He understands his religion. If we go in the Quran, the yellow pages, by the way, I'm not disrespecting the Quran by calling it the yellow pages. The yellow pages is a lot more organized and make more sense. As an example, you know, you go on yellow pages, you can find names by letters. You can find, I mean, it makes sense. In the Quran, you find the verse speaking about Musa, the second verse speaking about Adam, the verse after it's speaking about the fly, the verse after speaking about a mosquito, the verse after speaking about an elephant. You have no idea what those verses speak about. But let us see, what is the qualification to be God according to the yellow pages of the Quran? Here, we will go to the Quran. You see, I don't use really a Christian method usually. They try to prove the Muslim wrong by showing from the Bible first. A Muslim, if you answer him from the Bible for 100 years, he is not listening for a very simple reason. He is a Muslim. And Muslims don't listen even to their own prophet. Now we can prove it easy. So here if we go in the Quran, we will find the following. Allah himself, supposedly, the one the Muslims they call him God, he put a qualification for who can be considered as God, and this can be found in front of us in chapter 22 verse number 73. Let us see what the yellow pages book saying, which is Muhammad aka Allah, saying in this Quran, chapter 22 verse number 73. You can click at any funny translation you see in front of you, because all of them they are funny and stupid and far away from the truth, but we use them to get the Abdul busted. And by the way, I saw a Muslim saying to me, you are using your funny stupid translation as if it's my translation. If I use my translation, they will say he's lying. If I use the Muslim translation, they will say he's lying. It doesn't matter what you do, they will call you a liar. However, let us see what their God say, which is Muhammad. Muhammad is a very smart person, and he thought he is, you know, he is doing the right thing by giving certain answers. And those answers always they come in a very weird way, which cannot be really, I mean, this man, obviously, he don't know what he's talking about. This chapter here in front of us, as we see, 2273, have 4 translations in English in this website, and we can use any one of them, because I don't want the Muslims to say I'm picking up anyone. You can click them all. All right. As I said, all of them they are stupid, no exception, because translation of the Quran is meant to defend Islam, not to translate. O mankind, a similitude of has been coined, so listen to it carefully. Verily those who on whom you call beside Allah cannot create even a fly. Okay, let us change the translation. Maybe this guy, his translation is stupid. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I say stupid, it's good to say that. I think it is fabricated. O mankind, etc. We click at this one, sorry. Let us go to Biktal. Let us go to Shakir. Okay. Shakir. O people, a parable is set forth, therefore listen to it. Surely those whom call upon beside Allah cannot create a fly. Okay. So they should all together gather for it. Okay. And should the fly snatch away anything from them, and they could not take it back. Okay. So what the God of the Quran here is saying, which is Muhammad, saying that you cannot even create a fly. Their God cannot create a fly. And I find it very funny and very stupid. Like, can your God Muhammad create a fly? Can he? What is the proof? Nothing. Nothing. You know, I can worship now a refrigerator and say my refrigerator can create a fly. Would you have a proof? No. At least refrigerator is something we saw. Your God we never saw. We don't know who is he. Nobody knows. Never even spoke to Muhammad once. So here you will notice something stupid Muhammad saying, that the one who can create a fly is worthy of worship. But he forgot, the idiot of the village, Muhammad, that Jesus, he created not only a fly, he created a living bird. Chapter 3, verse number 49, it says that Jesus, he create. Now the Muslim, they will say to you, by the leave of Allah. Okay, let me tell you something. I am now making fun of Allah by the leave of Allah. This is what the Muslims will say. But there's no proof of it. There's any proof? Somebody, he went, let us say, yesterday, the French team, they went against Croatian. I can claim right now that this is my will. Christian Prince, he is the one who made the French will. Like what? What are you talking about? Yeah, it's my will. Do you have a proof? No. So here, the stupid Muhammad, he forgot that he just mentioned that Jesus, he can create from the mud a bird. Look what it says. I have come to you with a sign from your Lord. So the Muslim will say, see, it says from Allah. But there's no proof of that. What is it proving in the Quran, or the Quran confirming that Jesus, that I make for you out of the clay, as it were the figure of a bird, and I breathe into it. You see here, the Abdul did not put, but it says I, and I breathe into it, and it become a living bird. Here they say by the leave of Allah. By the leave of Allah, prove it. So what it confirmed that Jesus can create. The Muslim, they claim that Allah created Adam. How he created Adam? He fashioned a mud, and he, after he fashioned the mud from the clay, made a figure of a person or a whatever bird, and then he breathed into it. This is exactly what Jesus did. Now remember, the Quran came after Jesus, not before Jesus, which means we cannot say that Jesus is copying from the Quran, but we can say that the Quran is copying Jesus, the Creator. So here what is confirmed in the Quran, in the book of the yellow pages of Muhammad, that Jesus can create from the mud a bird, and all what you need to do is just to breathe into it. Then we notice that Muhammad, in the other verse, this idiot, he said that, how you worship a God cannot create a fly. So if we can if we can find a God who can create a fly, that is the qualification. And this is the qualification coming from the Quran. Anyone can create a fly. The reason Muhammad, he mentioned here a fly is how small, like it's not even a fly, how small it is. Can your God create it? But this is stupid, silly, because creating fly can be more complicated maybe from creating a donkey. This is the size, I forgot, in Islam size does matter. Fly is one of the most complicated creatures. If you study them, you see how fast they move, how the energy is consumed. As an example, a fly eat little, but their wings can move thousands of times in little distance. So it's amazing. Like, there's no way we can make an airplane one day have the ability capable the same as the fly. The fly can land upside down, which means in the ceiling. The fly can hang anywhere. The fly can stand, they can move, they are so extremely fast to the point it's very hard even to beat them. So creating a fly is not really a smart choice of Muhammad when he spoke. You cannot even create a fly. But Muhammad, he thinks the size does matter. But Jesus created a bird. And the one who can create a bird, it means he can give life. This is what is matter. So the qualification for the Abdul, who's talking about the qualification of Jesus, not to be God, it's in your Quran. Whoever can create life, not a bicycle, not a bicycle. You see, your prophet, he mentioned a fly. He did not say create a bicycle. Bicycle is not a creation. It's an idea, creative idea. That is not life. So here is about creating a living creature. That is the qualification. So stop being fool, Muslims, and respect your God who said, if you can create a fly, then you are worthy of worship. Stop being an idiot and respect your God. Your God is the one who said so. Don't you respect him? Obviously you don't.